Welcome to round 3 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of February 20th. I'm Nicole Erdix, and I'm here with Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
And Terry Morrow.
Hello.
We're moms of teens and young adults, and when it comes to parenting, we've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. But we're still waiting for that day when we'll reach the finish line and have no further need to lay down in a dark room with a wet rag over our eyes worrying about something or other. Wednesday is complaint day here on the Parenting Roundabout, and today we are complaining about what we don't understand, specifically about our kids. Yes. So I have a little story.
Okay.
Because I just don't understand.
Tell us your story, Nicole.
And the thing I don't understand, it's just a generational thing because it really, it totally makes sense. But, we just come from, my husband and I just come from a different generation.
Yes.
But I really don't understand this whole thing that my kids' generation has about work-life balance. They are so adamant about maintaining healthy boundaries with their employer. Imagine that. And only working certain hours and only giving so much of themselves.
Dear.
Actually,
How's that going to go for a doctor in training?
Well, some of my children have not actually reached the point where they're going to realize that it's
When does that point come? I am still waiting for it.
But definitely, their peers are very adamant about what that looks like and will even address it with their employer if they feel it's a problem. And I'm of the generation where it's you be thankful you have a job.
Yes.
And that's about it.
Ask if you can do a little more.
Yes.
Maybe you could work overtime. It'd be great.
I do not have enough to do. Please remedy this.
But you have to be, when for us, it was be thankful, be gracious, ask to do more, take on more responsibility. You gave your life to your work. I mean, that's why I became a teacher. I gave my life up for my job. Contrary to popular belief, we do not have, the vacation time that you think we do. And the time off you think we do. But anyway, so this generation is definitely far more forthcoming about their desired outcomes in their life.
Yeah, that makes me so crazy.
And and part of me, is okay, that makes sense. That's super healthy. But then the other part of me is that doesn't happen in the real world. Does it?
Does it? Maybe it does now.
I don't know.
But it also feels kind of like an indictment of the fact that I'm working kind of all the time.
Yeah.
Our generation doesn't do that, man. We understand how to balance these things.
I don't want to be like you. I don't want to be like you and Dad.
Yeah, it kind of feels like that, doesn't it?
It's like we have figured out a better way.
Yeah. And you're not sure if that's naivety or what is that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. But there's definitely seems to be, of the young people of my acquaintance also, just sort of a work ethic gap.
Yes.
My daughter, I'm very happy she has a job, and I understand that she'll probably only have a part-time job because of reasons having nothing to do with what she wants or doesn't want. But she is real happy to only be working part-time, and sometimes they cut her hours because they're not very busy, and she is super happy to come home. Or if they tell her to leave early, and I'm like, you're going to get less money now. You understand that? When the paycheck comes, it'll be smaller. You tell me you haven't been saving anything, so I assume you're spending all the money you're getting, and now you're getting less.
Right.
And also, ask if you're going to have more hours. And she's like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. And I was like, well.
Right.
She's enjoying her life, She's having a good time. She's, works 4 days, and some days it's not that many hours, and it's just peachy. And I'm like, this is not peachy. If you're going to work part-time,
this is not working for me.
Work part-time. Don't work. So, yes, and they think I'm crazy. So,
yeah.
I have one of each flavor of child, you know. The one is a super hard worker and just like, you know, it gets noticed, you know, which is great. I mean, you know, employers love her, managers love her.
Right.
The other one doesn't have a job right now for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And I mean, some of them are legit, like logistical
Right.
challenges. But, you know, there's not a whole lot of urgency there.
Yeah. I just.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? Like how,
Yeah.
or just the expectation that mom and dad will, you know, it's no big deal. Mom and dad will help out, or mom and dad will
Yeah.
help pay, or you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I never had that expectation. Like that was never anything that
I didn't. But
was part of my world.
I also really wanted to work. It's not that they would not have helped me out. It's like, I am going to go out into the world and conquer it. And,
Yeah.
you know, I'll get a job and then I'll get a better job and then I'll make more money at that job. And, okay, it's part-time. Can I get another part-time job? Can I get 3 part-time jobs? How many part-time jobs can I have? How many hours are there in the day? I was like, you know, a go-getter. And have been, I mean, now I'm always on the lookout for more freelance jobs. Sure. Why not?
Right.
So it's just a completely different mindset that I do not understand. Why?
No, me neither.
I would be so bored just sitting around the house.
Like, okay,
would drive me
granted, my
crazy.
daughter was in school, like she was taking a class over the summer, but it was remote, and she's like, "Mom, I can only do part-time. I can only do part-time jobs." She goes, I'm doing a class. Like, okay, granted, and it wasn't even really a heavy-duty course. I mean, she works hard. I'm not going to take that away from her, but sometimes I'm just like, what makes you think that's okay? I don't know. Like, it's interesting. Definitely. That I do not understand about my children. Where did they get that
with
from?
you.
Where did they get that from?
Is that from
They're
TikTok? I don't know.
friends.
Is that from TikTok?
TikTok.
See,
yes,
I thought
let's
this whole conversation, this whole topic was going to be about TikTok and Snapchat and those kind of things that I don't understand.
Oh, yeah. Well, TikTok, I mean, I could school you on that all day, every day, because I totally get that.
things we
Yeah,
don't understand
TikTok
about
makes
Nicole.
a little more sense to me. You know, it's just like a feed of videos. But Snapchat, I'm lost.
Is Snapchat
Yeah.
still a thing?
I think so.
I don't think so.
I
it?
think it is for my kids. I don't know about any other kids.
Yeah, I think my kids are aging out of it, or they have aged out of it.
Huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I never
they
aged
don't.
into it. They're pretty much solidly Facebook with some Instagram. My daughter's on Instagram, and she just dropped social media for a while. She just wasn't doing it. And then she decided to get back on because she had a friend who was doing it and she wanted to be able to send him messages, I think. But you know, you all follow my son. He posts often on Facebook about what we're having for dinner and how good it was. I tell my husband that he gets a rave review on Facebook every night for his cooking, and any chef would be proud of that.
Right.
Every night. It was good. He's not wrong.
That's nice.
Yeah, but they have not branched out into any of those fancy pants social media things for the kids.
Yeah.
They're with all the old people.
I am on Be Real, which I talked about here.
He's so cool.
And my daughter is on it, but my son is like, "You have a Be Real?" And
I've got rid of mine now.
and he doesn't do it. So, and I don't know why he thought it was weird that I did, but who cares what he thinks is what I say.
Yes, there you go.
So,
Yeah.
What else do you not understand, Terry?
I struggle to understand my son and where his head is at and what he's thinking and what he's doing. And when he was little, I could be the expert and say, oh, well, you see when he does that, this is what he's thinking of. He's doing this. And well, if you read this book, you'll find out that what he does means when he does that thing is this. And now he's an adult, and I can't be the expert anymore because he'll say, no, that wasn't working, or I don't know what you're talking about, or that's not right, or, roll his eyes or just not come out of his room. And it's like, I don't know what is going on in his head. And I don't know if what he says is reflective of what's going on in his head or just the thing you say to make mom shut up.
Right.
And, he's constantly telling me, don't worry, which, as we all know, that is not going to happen. And there is no off switch on the worry. But, there's been a couple of things. One thing in particular lately that I really just need to sit him down, turn off the disability dial, and just get a straight answer.
Good
Wow,
luck.
you know how to turn off the disability
Could we just
dial?
open up the head, connect the wires just for a minute so that he knows how to answer me, and then we can go back. That's okay. I love him exactly as he is. But every now and then, just tell me
Right.
Yeah.
what is happening. No, tomorrow, later. I don't know. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Here's 5 answers. Pick the one you like.
Pick the one.
This is not useful. So
I'm not going to pick. You pick.
And he's a dear young man, and I love him so much. And he is somewhat vulnerable, and it would be nice to know what setting to put my, momming on, depending on what exactly is happening. And if I don't know what exactly is happening, and everybody agrees that I should not call his boss and find out what is happening. So I have a lot of people to blame if things go wrong. I wanted to do this, and you said no.
Right. You wouldn't let me.
But my husband said no, and I said, all right. So then I asked my daughter, and she said, no, you shouldn't do that. And then I asked my friend, who always helps me out, no, you shouldn't do that.
Like, will no one give me the answer I'm
My
looking for?
podcast friends, Nicole and Catherine, should I call his boss and say, what exactly is going on here? Is everything okay? Can I get myself involved in this situation somewhat?
No. Sorry, I had to do it.
Listeners, tweet at me if you think the answer is yes.
But only if the answer is yes.
Yeah, I don't want to hear any no's. It's so hard. Yeah. It's so hard when you can't. I mean, if your kid is having a problem, can you sit down with them and they will tell you, at least to some degree that you can believe is close approximation to reality? Do they talk to you about things? Or do they say,
know.
Later, I don't know, never mind?
It depends.
No, they say, I'll figure
fine.
it out.
I'll figure it out.
Oh, yes. It is kind of the I'll figure it. I am getting I'll figure it out. So, yes, we are in the same boat. But would you go, well, he's still young. So you can still go to the teacher and say, tell me. Or the teacher will call you in.
Yeah.
When they're 29 going on 30, I guess the boss doesn't call you in. Dang.
Darn it. Should have written that on the job
I could be
application.
shopping and I could just wander past the office and say, hello, hi.
Hello.
My son works here. You all look so nice. So tell me what's happening. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. But boy,
Don't think you can.
boy, am I going to burn things down if I turn out to be right and there everybody else is wrong. You guys be warned. Sure you don't want to change your answer? Oh, well, these are the things the kids don't understand about us.
Yes.
Right?
Maybe if they listen to our podcast. I don't think we want that, though. So we are going to say that's it for today's round 3. Tune in tomorrow when we'll obsess about our kids' texts. Speaking of things that we should or should not get involved in.
Yeah.
And then on Friday to see what we've come up with okay. To see what we've come up with for our
Now we don't
Roundabout
understand
Roundup
Catherine.
picks this week. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there on our Facebook page or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.